I'm going to walk through the woods today as we discuss some matters of public interest and concern, specifically the rising cost of groceries and why some Americans are turning to GoFundMe.
I'm numb to the cost of living at this point, but I just looked at my receipt. This tomato cost $3.52. What do you mean this tomato cost $3.52? That's like 50% of my shopping budget. Like, you're telling me that I can't afford tomatoes? Like, I can't put a tomato on my sandwich anymore. I can't put a tomato in my salad because it is literally out of my budget. Like, what are we talking about? What am I talking about? This doesn't seem right. I'm really going to enjoy this tomato today because it's going to be the last one that I have for a long time.
My friends, this is truly sad. A whole food plant-based diet is healthier than eating processed food. I feel bad for this woman who can no longer afford to eat tomatoes. There is a great app called Flash Food, which is free. It shows you food that is nearing expiration at stores in your area. You can find some heavily discounted fresh produce with this app. I just thought I'd mention it because it might benefit some of you. Let's roll the next video.
You guys, the most sweetest thing just happened. So I am so stressed out about money. I literally could not afford food at the grocery store. I didn't have enough money for all of my items, and it was so embarrassing. And there was this big line, and I was like, I'm really sorry, but can you put these things back? And then I paid for what I could afford and I left. And I just felt so embarrassed. And then a stranger ran up behind me and she tapped me on the shoulder and she was like, everyone deserves something sweet, because I had put these back. And she was like, you deserve these. And then she gave me a hug. And it was just so kind. And it just warmed my heart and gave me like more faith in humanity, that people care about strangers like that. Love you guys.
It is wonderful that a good Samaritan intervened and purchased one of the food items for this woman that she couldn't afford. I am sure this happens more than we know. There are a lot of humans in our world who are charitable. This video really illustrates that. Let's roll the next video.
Who are these people that are affording groceries, going to the grocery store every week, spending $300, $400 a week, and they're just like, whatever. It's cool. It's pocket change. Seriously, not me. Family of 5. I have little children. Little. They're 12, 10, and 5. I don't even have teens living in my house yet. And I'm just like, just went to Market Basket, spent $338. Family of 5. That's pretty good, honestly. Only got $20 of non-food stuff, and the only meat I got was sausage, like turkey sausage links, and chicken. Like for the week, not a lot of chicken. And I'm just like, what? How are we doing it? How are you affording groceries? How are we doing this? I remember being a teen and going to my friend's house, or people come to my house, and we would just like eat all the strawberries, all the chips, drink all the orange juice in one day. I wonder if my parents and their parents were like wanting to like wring our necks at that point, you know, because they're like, that is expensive. You just saved $25 in fruit. Obviously it wasn't $25 then, but you get the point. Are you affording groceries comfortably? Should I get a second job? Should I work more? I don't know.
My friends, I can't imagine trying to buy food for a family of 5. As this woman described, it is not cheap. Imagine when her young children become teenagers. That is going to be astronomically expensive. If they decide to be athletes and start burning a lot of calories, they will be eating even more. This woman asks if she should get a second job or work more. I'm afraid this may become the reality for many Americans. My question is, what happens when even that is not enough? Let's roll the next video.
It was my very first time getting declined at Aldi, and there was of course a long line, and everyone knew that, oh, she doesn't have enough money for her groceries. Nicholas has a lot to say apparently. So anyway, I left the house knowing I had over $200. Between the time of going and shopping and swiping my card, I did not have $200, and my $190 order was declined. So I went into my bank account, and of course a bill came out that I wasn't aware of, and it was $50. So I had to put like $40 worth of groceries back, which was really embarrassing, and I wish like just someone was behind me just to help the embarrassment, to like help the rest of my bill. It's never happened to me before, but it was terrible. I had like $169 in my account. I had to take out like 10 random things, you know, because I'm so embarrassed. Just please take whatever out that's gonna get me down the fastest. So we get paid on Wednesday, which is fine, but it's just the fact that, wow, this has never happened before, and I don't want this to happen again.
I hate to hear about this woman who got declined at Aldi when she was trying to purchase groceries. I can imagine this made her feel really defeated. I feel bad for everyday American families who aren't even living paycheck to paycheck. The cost of living is becoming a real problem here in America for countless people. I admire this woman who was trying to save money by shopping at Aldi. It's not like she was shopping at one of those trendy, expensive grocery stores. I am worried about what is going to happen to true inflation here in America once the Fed starts cutting rates more aggressively. I read an interesting article today on Yahoo Finance titled, "GoFundMe CEO says economy is so challenged, people are raising money to buy food." I'll include a link to this article below. I encourage you to check it out. GoFundMe's CEO just said the quiet part out loud. In this economy, more Americans are crowdfunding groceries to get by. Tim Cadigan told Yahoo Finance the economy is so challenged that more Americans are raising money to buy food, an arresting data point that captures the widening gap between household budgets and basic needs. When I think of GoFundMe, I think of a family that may have been devastated by a natural disaster, and they need to raise money so they can survive. I don't think about Americans who need to raise money to buy groceries. What in the world is going on in our country right now? According to the author, Cadigan's observation that more people are asking strangers to help pay for staples marks a sobering turn for a platform historically associated with medical bills, disaster relief, and community projects. When the cost of food stretches paychecks past the breaking point, crowdfunding morphs from altruism to a parallel safety net. Wow, my friends, this is getting very, very disturbing. The author of this article goes on to say, even as headline inflation cools from its peak, elevated price levels remain embedded in household budgets. Fortune has tracked how cumulative inflation, not just the monthly prints, weighs on families. For instance, groceries cost more than they did 2 or 3 years ago. Rents have reset higher, and childcare is straining paychecks. The videos that I shared with you earlier today really illustrate how American families are struggling financially. I'm curious what you think about all of this. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.